Okay, welcome everybody. Had some technical difficulties as always with technology. Browser support didn't work. It's just a lovely situation. So thank you all for being with us. We're going to be activating some higher frequencies as we did a class yesterday with Walking Terra Christa for the Hyos HaKadosh, which are the lords of the cosmic rays. And this way we can bring these energies in to empower the ascension columns around the world, along with Lord Sananda empowering the web of light which surrounds the planet. So this will be a great way to prepare for the Festival of Humanity, which is coming up on the full moon. And of course tomorrow is the new moon of May 22nd, which is also a master number, of course. So just relax, enjoy the energies, do some deep breathing to bring in the connection to your higher self and your solar angel. Your solar angel has been assisting you since the beginning of the rainbow arcs of light through all the great central suns in the angelic realms, with Lord Metatron, who is the logos of the multi-dimensional frequency of light within the multi-universal core. He is acting as the overlighter of the great central sun there. So just relax, enjoy the energies. We're going to start off as we always do to bring in those higher frequencies. We must prepare ourselves first within our physical energies and our consciousness. So we ring the bowl and we do 3 ohms, which you are welcome to join us together. And then I'll bring in the frequencies of the unified whole command. 000-144-000 unified whole online. Just take a deep breath, relax, allow the energies to change and shift. You can picture yourself going all the way up a golden staircase of light and tap on your thymus, which is right below your collarbone in the center of your chest. It is the seat of the soul of the 8th chakra, and that is the point of entry of the higher self within the physical body. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Accessing that 5th dimensional frequency within your consciousness, just allowing it to infiltrate within you and around you. Moving up even higher. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10th dimensional level with Helios and Vesta and Ra, the sun god. The solar logos. Feeling their embrace. Then moving into the galactic of the 11th with Melchizedek, connecting with all your Christed galactic timelines to now assist you within this lifetime of who you are now as a spiritual person within a physical vehicle upon earth. And then continuing even higher up through the 20th to the 24th, the universal level with Lord Melchizedek as the great central sun, and then continuing up through the 30th to the 36th of the multi-universal, which is Lord Metatron. Feeling that energy of the multi-universal core beyond the consciousness that we now understand, just allowing those frequencies to penetrate within you. Continuing higher up to the 40th. And then the 49th. The 49th is the cosmic great central sun of Divine Mother and Father God. Allowing their embrace, uniting that divine masculine, divine feminine, through all those great central suns. And then stepping into the 50th through the 100th, which is the angelic realm, feeling your angelic wings unfolding at your shoulder blades behind you. Just relaxing into that energy as they open wide. And then connecting with all the angelic principalities that you've been part of before you became human. Euphanium, cherubim, seraphim, and many others. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Just breathing deeply. Stepping out of the angelic realm into the formlessness. 110, 120, 130, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144. You find yourself standing in the entranceway of the Sacred Heart Temple of Oneness. It is a magnificent structure of light, beyond anything that you've ever experienced. And standing in the entranceway are Lord Metatron, Lord Melchizedek, and the Mahatma. And as you take a deep breath in, they extend around you the platinum netting of the 22nd flame, the purity of returning into that oneness. There's no separation of any kind. And as you breathe out, they strip that away, which assists you to experience the higher dimensional frequencies through your full body system of your mental, emotional, etheric, and physical bodies, and then your higher bodies of light. We then move forward and step through the entranceway, moving up the steps, calling upon Lady Portia to assist us. The Ray Chohan of the 7th ray of ceremonial order and magic to bring her frequency in from our soul star and our earth star. Just breathing deeply. Feel that purple-violet flame transmuting and transforming any elements within your own consciousness that you desire to have shifted into the higher realms of consciousness, so that eventually it can become part of your physical being. Feel that swirling around you as we call upon the pink flame from Master Serapis Bay to also assist us. Breathing that in from the soul star and the earth star so you can feel the frequency of light, of the love and compassion that you are for yourself, walking upon the planet amidst all the challenges and the different frequencies being erupted as we attempt to bring in the new earth energies. The old earth energies must go. So that is the stage we are in as a human upon the planet. And it's so important to feel that love for the self, self-compassion, self-patience, self-gratitude, the blessing that you are for the earth to become you. We then are ready to call upon our Christ itself more fully. That is the Christed energy of the cosmos, not just the planetary frequency. So we call upon Lord Buddha as the office of the Christ representative with Lord Maitreya and Lord Kuthumi to bring in the gold flame of the 12th ray to be fully within us and around us, filling up the soul star and the earth star so they spin simultaneously clockwise, fully activating our Merkaba body of light. Just breathing deeply, allowing that spinning, feeling your vibration increasing, and expanding. And to protect that light, we call upon spiritual mirrors from the hierarchy to come around us and be on all facets of the Merkaba facing outward. These mirrors retract anything that is of a lower frequency directly back to the God force, so there can be no interference done anywhere else. Just allow that protection. And we also call upon Archangel Michael to assist us in his protective light, calling upon the ring past knot of his blue flame of the angelic level, as he is so intertwined with us as humanity. I'm Reverend Ara. Thank you so much for being with us. Here is Reverend Malaresi. To continue, as we said, we're going to have messages from Lord Sananda and Lord Ashtar and the Lords of the Cosmic Rays, the Hyos HaKadosh, to assist within the Ascension columns and the web of light. Thank you. Adjust the camera here.
We will start with some invocations to access the higher realms of light and bring that more fully within our full consciousness. Remember to take the deep breaths and allow them to be connected, circular breathing, no matter you're doing it through your nose or your mouth. Allow that to continue. It brings forth the prana breath into your full body system. We call upon the unified whole, the galactic, the Agartha alliance to overlight the energies of the ceremony for Gaia and humanity. We call upon the entire God force, Divine Mother and Father God, all of the great central suns of the solar, the galactic, the universal, the multi-universal, and the cosmic levels. All the Rachel hands, the Elohim, and the archangels of the 22 rays of God. To assist us, we call upon the Agarthian Council of Light, representing the Christed inner earth, crystalline cities of light with King Ra and Queen Ranu Mu, Princess Sharula and Prince Mahaluna, High Priest Lord Adama and Lady Galashia. We also call upon the 330 rays of God, the 352 levels of the Mahatma, and the 144 dimensions of reality in oneness. With Master Thoth, the great divine director, and Master Einstein of the unified whole command, we especially call upon the higher realms of the lords of the highest whole Koidesh with the cosmic masters to overlay this gathering today. We also call upon Lord Ashtar and the Intergalactic Federation of Light with Lord Sananda to give forth their presence and divine guidance to be felt by all in attendance. We now call forth the Core Fear Matrix Removal Program. We ask for a lattice work of light to be anchored into our being by the Arcturian Lightworkers for the purpose of pulling out all core fear or negative programming from our conscious, subconscious, and inner fields. Take a deep breath as you feel this lattice work of light integrating within your being now. As they pull away those elements of debris and dysfunction, breathe deeply. We now call forth to the Lord of Arcturian to bring down the prana wind clearing device. It comes into the solar plexus. This cleanses and clears all our nadi and acupuncture meridians. This prana wind clearing device spins and rotates in a clockwise direction. Feel that occurring now. As you breathe, feel it moving in wider circles that clears the etheric mucus and debris for the etheric meridians. Breathe into that. And now clears up the debris in the chakras. Breathe. Nade. Breathe. The veins and your arteries. Breathe. Capillaries. Breathe deeply as it completely circles around your entire system, as now they remove the prana wind clearing device. We thank the Lord of Arcturian. He now installs the Arcturian plating system to each person's highest potentiality, which is anchored into the third eye, that reflects the light and helps the mind to tap into the higher mind. Feel that occurring now. Breathe this as it will amplify the omnipresence and synthesize the upper triad of your higher mind, your intuition, and your spiritual will within the body, the heart, your monad, and your cosmic heart. Breathe that in now. We call upon the rainbow arcs of light within the ring of fire, who are assisting Gaia with the frequencies from the great central suns of the solar, the galactic, the universal, the multi-universal, and the cosmic frequencies, to assist the earth with an uprising of light energies, to bring forth healing of duality within the planet, to rise above and into the fifth dimensional level of reality. We call to the highest Hall Koidesh, representing the Lord of the divine love and the will of God, of the seven mighty Elohim, the seven archangels, the co-creator of the Council of 12, and elders that surround the throne of grace, bringing forth the Ascended Master state of consciousness that is represented by the cosmic masters that work with us, to extend their blessings of accessing our full divinity in the presence of the entire God source of light. We call to the mighty archangels and Lord Metatron for the permanent anchoring and activation of the 12 heavenly houses and 12 cosmic stations. We call forth the mentioned energies within the planetary hierarchy for the anchoring and activation of the anointed Christ over self body, our solar body, our over self body, our electromagnetic body, our Germain body, our Eka body, our epikinetic body, our higher Adam Kadmon body, and the Lord's cystical body is described in the keys of Enoch. We call for the illumination of the 72 areas of the mind as described in the keys of Enoch. We call forth the Delta light encodements and emanations from the 10 superscripts of the divine mind. Breathing deeply. We call forth to Lord Metatron for the anchoring and activation of the 76 names of Metatron to permanently flow through us. We call forth the removal of all veils of light and time. We call forth Master Kathumi, Lord Maitreya, and Lord Buddha, representing the office of the Christ for the permanent anchoring of the greater flame of the monad and the mighty I Am presence and the lesser flame of the personality and the soul incarnated on earth. We call to Melchizedek for the permanent anchoring and activation of the galactic sun and galactic cosmic heart into the core of our being. We call to Hyos and Vesta and Ra, the sun god, for the permanent anchoring and activation of the solar sun and the solar cosmic heart into the core of our being. We call to Lord Melchizedek for the permanent anchoring and activation of the universal sun and universal cosmic heart into the core of our being. We call to Lord Melchizedek for the permanent anchoring and activation We call to Lord Metatron, multi-universal logos, to now permanently anchor and activate the multi-universal sun and the multi-universal cosmic heart into the core of our being. We call to the Godhead for the permanent anchoring and activation of the ultimate great central sun comprised of the universal heart of God and the universal will of God into the core of our being. We call upon to our 12 higher light bodies from the physical, etheric, emotional, mental, allowing those light bodies to move through all the dimensional frequencies, the atmic body, the logoic body, the buddhic body, the soul body, the monad body, the group soul body, the group monad body. Moving into those higher realms, into the solar body, into the galactic body, and the universal body of light. This makes our I Am presence. Feel this consciousness swirling within you and around you in this moment. There is nothing else that can interfere with the divine blessing of receiving these energies. We now call upon the Lords of the highest hall, Koidesh, for their blessing to us on this day. It is our pleasure as the Lords of the highest whole Koidesh to bring our blessings unto you. Within this consciousness, we have the many masters, the many higher light beings that work with each of you individually and collectively. Our role today is to help each of you to bring forth this frequency of light, allowing your ability as an initiate to bring more into your consciousness than you have before, to bring the blessing of all that we extend unto you in these moments. So we give this unto you with a vibrational acceleration of the divine language network encoding. Hamna kona jina Shakina Hokina Hokina yeah we extend unto you the cosmic rays beyond the 50, beyond the 100, into the higher realms of light, frequencies of colors that are very translucent and very muted within each other, to bring forth a sense of beauty of your soul's essence, remembrance, as you remove the veils of time and space. It is now in this moment within your breath to just accept this divine blessing to come into your physical creation and to thank your physical self for the challenges, for everything that you are going through, because it is part of the Ascended Master state of consciousness to continue within that journey, to assist yourself. And you are assisting the earth. In this moment, we bring forth this divine light into the core of Gaia, into humanity, into all the souls that are hurting, and all the souls that have left, that move into the higher realms. We ask for their prayers to come and allow us to assist them to transition into their next experience of their soul's adventure. We bring forth this divine energy in these moments to assist in the creation or the recreation of what is happening upon the earth, to allow you to remember this, of what you're receiving, and not concentrate so much on what the world is going through and getting into your lower essences. Let us assist you as we embrace you with the cosmic masters, Master Lanto, Lord Lanto, Lendus, Viwamas, Adonis, and so many others, Sai Baba, bringing forth Mahatma Gandhi, Master Babaji. All these great masters that have walked the earth before are the cosmic frequencies within our essence. Let us bring this unto you into your heart in this moment, as there is nothing more important than you to receive this divine blessing. Remind yourself in this moment and allow everything else that you're going through, allow releasements, and allow the movement of what you've experienced from WESAC to be grounded, and that is what we want in these moments. Hi ho hi ho hi ho da Koidesh Hyos hi jam hi jankina hola haniamna holaya. Allow this divine energy to come within your being, to change the carbon-based body into the crystalline light body, but also to receive the blessing of what you desire in this moment. We extend unto you the power of manifestation, not manifestation of your physical material elements, but manifestation of your divinity, of your love, and what you desire to uphold within your own consciousness, to walk with it, to bring forth patience or discipline or divine love, compassion, forgiveness, all those elements that are talked about continually. We bring this blessing unto you in these moments. I So mote it be. So mote it be, dearest ones. We are one. It is our pleasure to extend our essence unto each of you. Take a moment to ground those energies with your breath, bringing them down in through your lower limbs, pushing it and allowing it to be more connected through your four-body system, through your cellular memory. Allow the woes of your etheric self, of which you have experienced before, come into this blessing. We thank the highest HaKadosh for their divine blessing in these moments. We now call upon Lord Ashtar from the dynamics of the 144th dimension of oneness, the 330 rays of God, and the 352 levels of the Mahatma within the unified whole command of the spiritual hierarchy of the creative source of oneness to initiate the ascension columns, to infuse the higher light and fractions of the rainbow arcs of light within each column. Let's take a moment. And if you do not have any columns, if this is new to you, this will help initiate that frequency of light. The column is representative of the 330 rays of God, the 352 levels of the Mahatma, and the 144 dimensions of oneness. So we call upon the unified whole command to assist with that, and it's a frequency that just comes down around where you're sitting, or in any place you'd like to put them, in your home or office or in nature. The dynamics of these ascension columns is the vibratory energies that I'm able to access through my own I am presence and the work that I have done for many years. So if you try to do this on your own, it brings forth a sense of your own energies. We want to tap into those higher frequencies of light to allow it to occur. We call upon the unified whole galactic Agartha Alliance to bring forth the ascension columns of light and connecting them to the web of light. We ask that these ascension columns create a 49th dimensional level of consciousness within and around every individual upon the planet, and any visionary elements around the world. We acknowledge and pledge that we are here to create the new earth within these energies. We fully declare that every initiate and master that stands here in this moment is a divine supreme being of light who is spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically authorized by the Gaia presence to assist Gaia ascend herself into becoming her higher self of Terra Christa. All of us standing here in this moment, sitting here, personally pledging through their I am presence that our goal individually and collectively is to bring divine light into the core of Gaia. So if you can take a moment and just visualize where you want those columns to be around the world. There may be places that you know that are going through geographic elements. All of the people upon the earth that are assisting others within the hospitals, within the first responders, the fire, the ambulance, the ones that are stepping forward and assisting, and the ones that are volunteering to assist. And each of us sitting here in this moment are those volunteers. So we want you to acknowledge that pledge to yourself that you are doing great work by being here in this moment. To bring forth these ascension columns around the world, 10 feet apart from each other. I, as Lady Malorese, intend for the entire Mount Shasta area and all the counties of California to receive these energies, along with all states. Give yourself a pledge that you would like to do the same through this frequency of light in your locations and extend it outward as far as you can imagine, circling it around the globe, around the earth, to all the lands, to the seas, to the whales and the dolphins in the oceans, to allow the vibratory energy to be felt through the core of Gaia, through all of her kingdoms of the animals, the minerals, the plants, the humans, and all souls coming together in oneness. As a group consciousness, we pledge to accept, pursue the highest spiritual value and mastering our ascension process with the purity and unity of these energies under the direction of the God Source. With Lord Ashtar, Lord Sananda, the Whales and the Dolphin Project to bring all into a state of oneness. This means that any agendas or pantheon affiliations that act in separation and disharmony against this creation are no longer authorized to prevent us, individually or collectively, from achieving this goal. The ascension comes around the world to access the divine energies within the glorious God source of light through the highest Koidesh, the higher upper realms of the angelic principalities, of the galactic Christed principalities, of the inner earth Christed Agarthian principalities, to all come into oneness. Each of these ascension columns will be directly related to the columns that have been built by many initiates around the world. We also re-energize the columns that we build in Shambhala for the Wesak ceremony to prepare us forward for the festival of humanity as we move into the new moon tomorrow, bringing forth a new creative process within our hearts, within all of humanity, to recreate what has been lost. All of this is energized by the divine source of light under the auspices of the highest HaKadosh, within the higher realms of light. All of the cosmic masters, this is a new beginning. They have never stepped forward in this way. So we thank the Lords of the highest HaKadosh and all the cosmic masters that are assisting us in so many ways. Allow it to become a reality in these moments. Jina kuna ayuna leolea holea oa amnesia kania amnia homnium jamaleaham jamaleaham ha shinena o ay 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 The frequency of the ascension columns have now been re-initialized around the world as we call upon Lord Ashtar for his dissertation. Greetings. I am Lord Ashtar. It is wonderful to be here on this open venue. It is something new for me, so give me a little patience. The magnitude of what we are doing in these sessions is beyond what you as a human person can understand. Many of you, all of you are galactic beings, and some of you are more connected to that galactic energy. It's a focus. The earth is a station. It's a life station. And every soul that comes here onto the earth has been in many other places. But yet the one element that causes the dissension and the dysfunction of this earth are all those other lifetimes, all those other timelines. So doing this work with the Ascension columns is an essential component to assist the earth, to assist Gaia, and assist humanity and all of the people that are not ready to accept this kind of energy. We are giving to them the blessing, just as each of you are giving, and me also, and all of us in the Galactic Federation, receiving the blessing from the Lords of the highest Koidesh. This is magnificent because it's going to extend our service even deeper. So I want now to bring forth the best experiences for every soul upon the earth. And yes, we are assisting as much as possible with the challenges that are going with the COVID-19, with the fear and the anxiousness that is occurring. The best element we can do is to continue with this work, to allow it to become more grounded so that the people that are not doing this work can feel the love, can feel the healing, can feel the acceptance of the spiritual hierarchy through the unified whole energies, to come into a state of awareness, to come into this process to allow each of you to live better, to feel better. But life is changing on the earth, and I know each of you know this, but you have to make it a reality. It will not go back to the way that it was exactly. But I think there's more respect that will occur upon the earth to bring forth more of that divinity of love that every person wants to experience. And not just in a moment, but your love. To feel, allow these Ascension columns and allow each of us of the Galactic Federation of Light to assist you to protect yourself from the lower forms of energy that are trying to stop this process. And we are in a battle, unfortunately. The virus is just one form. And it is not of something that can be healed automatically. It has to be healed through this energy. So I employ to each of you to honor yourself to connect to this higher energy, to allow it to flow within you, allow the process of your four-body system of the physical, etheric, emotional, and mental to go through a healing process. And the more that you embrace that, the easier it will be for others. Because each of you stand at the entryway. Well, I've talked about this before. Many others have talked about it. Walking Terra, Christa has talked about it. You stand and you are representative of us. But you're still healing. And that healing has to continue as deep as you can go. To remind yourself to come into a better sense of your soul's essence, not this personality, not this walk of this physical person, but what is coming down into you through your breath, what is coming from your higher mind to allow you to become more intertwined. We talk about the web of light. Lord Sananda will be coming forth with a blessing. And what that represents is each of us, the web of light. It represents the light circling universal structures, circling the earth. It's the light of each of us as masters, each of us as spiritual guides, and each of you. And the more that we connect to the web of light, the easier the process will be. This is a very powerful day. And I am deeply honored to be part of this initiation of light energies to assist you, because the Festival of Humanity is your walk. What do you want to walk with? What do you want to bring forth? Let us help you with the Ascension columns. Let us help you in the skies. Yes, we are everywhere. our starships are showing themselves up in the clouds and showing themselves up in the night skies, that is to assist you to know that you're not alone, that we are working with you. And we of the Galactic Federation of Light of the Christed Extraterrestrials, we want to thank Lord of the Great Bear because he is our overlighting energy, just as the Hyos Koidesh is the overlighting energy of the Ascended Master state of consciousness. We're coming into that oneness together, but you must feel it within yourself. And it is my pleasure as a Lord Ashtar to work with you and to work through Lady Meloressa and to be here, part of these two individuals, to make the life better. It will be different, but we can assist through that process to break the barriers of the negative ego, your personality, to allow those changes to occur within you. It is with my blessing I extend the energies now to Lord Ashtar. Namaste. Let's take some deep breaths. Open up the heart center, if it's not open already. And allow that energy of Lord Sananda coming through. His goal is always to give the divine light, the divine love, to help each of us to acknowledge that love within ourselves, because he sees it within ourselves. His essence of his higher self as Lord Sananda is all that he has been. So he brings forth that energy unto each of us to assist us to become that Christed being that we're striving to be. Namaste. It's my pleasure to be here in this venue once again. Let us talk about the transition from Wesak onto the Festival of Humanity. Wesak was a time when each of you received the higher divine energies to move into a higher existence within your initiation. And this may be a part of you that you're not even aware of. That is okay. Not knowing is the key to knowingness. If you didn't already know that, is to accept what is happening within your consciousness to be a reality, so it can flow through your emotions and flow through your mental self, opening up the abstract mind to blend with the concrete mind, that flowing energy of your higher mind, to allow your etheric self to heal and to raise the etheric self to the positive experiences in your timelines, the power that you have had, the ability to be all that you are, and that's part of what each of you are experiencing. But you have to remind yourself that you must go through the dark days. You must go through the relacements, the darkness of your soul, because the part of you, it can be holding on to those energies. So the process is compassionate love. No matter what you are experiencing in any moment, it is essential. And each of you are giving great compassion to others at this time of great trauma upon the earth. I ask you, are you giving that back to yourself? When you give it unto another, you are taking away from your own energies. What is it that you need to bring unto your essence? What does your heart need? What does your soul need? These are important times. And the balance of that must be acquired within each of your realities. This is an important element. There are many times that you will feel pushed by what you have to do, or possibly your work to make money. But when it comes down to it, if you don't take care of yourself, then you will not have the ability to help others in the way that you would like to. So this is very, very important, to receive what you're giving out. So I want to bring that to you today to assist each of you in this time of crisis. And I don't want to call it crisis. It's a time of transition. It's a time of waking up. And every soul upon this planet is waking up. What they do with that awakening is up to them. Because within their psychological self, they may put those things aside, but not you. You're here because you want to acknowledge a part of yourself. Do not put me on a pedestal. Do not put anyone of us as masters. We have gone through the same as you have in different timelines. So we have an acknowledgement of that wisdom that we acquired. I want you in this moment to breathe deeply unto yourself and acknowledge what has happened to you in the last 60 days. What wisdom have you acquired for you, not for anyone else? Allow that to come into your consciousness now. Breathe it in. As I extend unto you the pink essence, I extend unto you all the rays. I extend of softness to come into your reality, to assist you to be more than you ever have been to yourself. This is what's going to assist the planet with everything else that we are accomplishing. Oh, just breathe the sighs of relief. The ahs are very good about that, because you're receiving the divine light, but you're letting go and letting that divine light to come into your bodily system and to fully release the woes, release the worries, release the frustrations, and realize that you're a spiritual being first. You are a spiritual essence. And allow this essence to flow within you as it never has before. Let that come unto you. Let that breathe into your essence. Let it become more of your reality than it ever has before. Because what happens with the breath, and you call upon that spectrum of color, which is the ray, it becomes real. You become those aspects of that flame. So if we send you the pink flame and feel the softness of that. You see this color that Melchizedek is wearing? It's more like, I guess, what you would call a salmon color. It's a pink-orange color. Think about that. Orange is creation. So if you put the two colors together, it allows you to have the sense of rebirthing those energies within you. It is your time. flow like waves of light, like you're on a cloud and you're just moving through different dimensions, and you're feeling the movement of the lower to the higher, and you're allowing yourself to regenerate through that breath. Become that breath that your I Am Presence desires you to hold. All the higher light bodies, bring it unto yourself. Bring it unto yourself, because you are deserving. This now we call upon the web of light. The web of light of all of the masters of the unified whole command. All the masters that have walked the many walks. All the teachers of these energies, helping you, not just teaching you. We're holding you. We're taking your hand. We're helping you to acknowledge your own strength, your own power, your own state of forgiveness, your own discipline, your own movement into the next level, to hold it within your physical body. The physical body goes through a reactive process. And in this time of the earth, it has never been felt like this. I didn't feel it like this. The earth was different then. Each of the masters that work with you lived in another time. So the vibrancy of the energies coming into the planet were not felt. Also, the lower energies, the battle that's going on between the light and the dark, to bring those two together has never been so extreme, because those lower forms of existence cannot hold themselves in this light. And that is why these connections are essential. And we will be doing them more often. And bringing forth this energy, I want you now to feel it in your heart. Feel that web of light of all the masters, the Ascended Master state of consciousness, the Rachel hands, the angels, the light beings, the Arcturian beings of light, which is a new process also. They never wanted to be part of this, but they are now. There is more coming into oneness than ever has acquired before. Now let that come into your heart. You become the cosmic heart. I send you the vibratory energies to assist in this process, to bring unto you the ability to feel more deeply than you have before. Don't be afraid of it. The vulnerability, I know, is not easy, but that's what you need to do in order to feel the whole kit and caboodle, allowing that whole essence of all that is and all that shall be to come into your blessing of your own divine self. I receive my love. Breathe deeply and receive it as I send it through her eyes, as I send it through her hands. Receive this divinity of love. It's yours for the taking. Don't be afraid of it. Don't say, I cannot receive this, but you can. Just be still with your breath and bring this essence into your heart, and it will help you to transform something within you that needs to be acknowledged. The highest whole Koidesh brought a gift of manifestation. I now make that even stronger with this blessing of love, this blessing of this color to transform. The pink orange represents moving into the new self. You must have compassion to move into that new self. You must have acceptance. You must have realization of what you have been before in order to embrace that walk. Feel yourself walking across that bridge. And on the other side is your higher self, your angel, your gatekeeper, all of the masters, the highest Koidesh, and they're embracing you in this moment. We are all embracing you, welcoming you into our reality. That is what I want for each of you today. I like I ho lai nai ho lai Om nai nai o nai Om nai nai Shambhalaya holy breathe it in, become it, and allow this to be your reality. I am Lord Sananda. Thank you for allowing me to be present. Namaste. We're going to end the session with the short version of the invocation of the Great Invocation. And just take some deep breaths and allow the energy of the words to come into you.
Let the forces of light bring illumination to mankind. Let the spirit of peace be spread abroad.
May men and women of goodwill everywhere meet in a spirit of cooperation. May forgiveness on the part of all souls be the keynote at this time. Let power attend the efforts of the great ones.
So let it be, and help us to do our part. Let the lords of liberation issue forth. Let them bring succor and relief to humanity. Let the riders from the secret place come forth, and coming save.
Come forth, O mighty ones. Let the souls of all men awaken to the light. And may they stand with massed intent. Let the issuance of oneness that we are go forth. The end of woe has come. Come forth, O mighty ones. The hour of service of the saving force has now arrived. Let it be spread abroad, O mighty ones. Let light and love and power fulfill the purpose of the coming ones. Let's take a moment to ground those energies. It's been a lot of vibratory frequency.
So you may be feeling those energies throughout your body. That is the higher frequencies of light. Many of you know that it is not an intellectual process of ascension. It is the action of actually raising the vibration through those frequencies. So just allow them to run through you. If you know of our processes we've been teaching for cleansing showers, just use that afterwards to assist you in removing the debris that naturally comes up when you raise your vibration. The lower frequencies have to go into your outer field to be dissipated. The easiest way for that to happen is through the cleansing baths and showers and that protocol that we use. It's not ours. It's been around the earth for a long time. If you have sage, that will assist. If you have something sacred like that that other indigenous peoples use that. For those of you who are brand new to this, I'm just going to remind those who don't know, marijuana is not a sacred herb. It is implanted upon the earth eons ago, as many things are from those lower extraterrestrials that desire humanity to be enslaved. So the masters have always, there's no master with an Ascension mastery that has talked about using that or any other psychedelic drug to raise your consciousness. But that's just a reality of our planet. There are many things here that harm us. So allow yourself, if you want to get out and ground your feet onto the earth, that will also assist to ground those energies through you into Gaia for her consciousness, because that is how the earth's consciousness will raise. It is one person at a time. It is through your own efforts as a soul in removing your lower energies, which we all have. It's nothing personal. So thank you for being with us. We're going to bring down the energies that we went up through that staircase to help ground them consciously through our full body system by coming down that staircase from the unified whole. And just allowing those frequencies to run through you. You can press down on your knees if you're sitting, or you can actually, if you're standing, you can actually stomp your feet. 144, 143, 142, 141, 140. Just breathing deeply, allowing it all to run through you. 130, 120, 110, 100. Once again, interfacing with that angelic essence that you are. 90, 80, 70, 60, 50. Connecting with Divine Mother and Father God at the 49th. That material existence of many dimensional frequencies of light coming down through the 36 of the multi-universal with Lord Metatron. The 24th of the universal with Lord Melchizedek, coming down into the 11th of the galactic with Melchior. All of our galactic brothers and sisters of the Christed energies. And then the 10th of the solar with Hyos and Vesta. Moving into the planetary levels of dimensional understanding, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and then all the way through your root and Ashtar into the heart of Gaia. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Just feel her gratitude, acceptance of these energies that you have experienced. And allow her to send them out to the rest of the planet so it can assist in raising the consciousness of all living sentient beings. And then bring that up. Set that fifth dimensional divine intent to hold it as best you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll close off together once again by doing 3 ohms. Thank you, everyone. 000-144, 000 Unified Whole offline. We extend many blessings to you for the new moon and for grounding the WESAC energies.
Thank you for being here.